What's up everyone, Chris here from Mainely Mesh, and today we're going to be doing a little tutorial for the Maverik Tank 2.0. Second tutorial you all are getting for this head. Yeah, so about that. Basically, I recorded all this footage like a month ago, and I think I accidentally deleted the first tutorial. That tutorial was just with Hero Mesh. Long story short, this pocket with Stringer'S is infinitely better. So I think for now, I just wanted to get this out to you guys because I haven't given you a video in a bit. I know you guys have really been wanting a tank tutorial. I have the link for the mesh in the bio down below. I would look to that first. I'm gonna keep working on the Hero Mesh pattern to see if I can't get it any better, and then we'll loop back. So sorry about that. Now let's get back to slightly less sleep deprived Chris. This time I am using specifically Stringer'S G3 Ultralight Mesh. Link will be included down below. This mesh is a must-have for wide defensive heads. It's a slightly larger diamond construction, still very strong, still very durable. That's the same thing. But it's also only like $6 a pop. So a complete win-win there. Completely waterproof like any other mesh, but allows you to do slightly more aggressive, more comfortable pockets in very wide defensive heads. Before we get into the tutorial, a few characteristics about this pocket. Very centered mid pocket, can push a little bit high, but is still gonna sit kind of more in the middle. Another look at it there. As you can see, compared to the last tutorial, significantly more depth on this one. But again, this is just a very straightforward, consistent pocket. It's gonna be high enough that it allows you easy access on those GBs, but isn't so high that it's gonna affect any long clearing passes. Just a reminder, my preference is to have slightly longer pockets because I believe them to be a little bit more consistent. And as a long pole, your most frequent pass are these long overs. And if you're inconsistent on those, it can be a turnover nightmare. So pretty simplistic pattern, but also I think should give you a good base if you want to mess around with it and try to get something more aggressive. So as you can see, we've got a 9 diamond top string here tied to the second sidewall hole. We're going to tie the first 10 diamond row to the 4th sidewall hole. So we're looping this twice, first 10D on the 4th. We're going to loop it around once, going up through the mesh, pull it through after my fumbly fingers figure it out. Well, that was a good alliteration. Pull that tight, that's one loop, and I'm going to add a second loop here. Not necessary, but enjoyable. And I'm going to pull out all the slack. Now I'm going to skip a hole and tie an anchor knot on the 6th sidewall hole. So going up through the next mesh diamond, forming a loop and feeding the string down through that loop, pulling out all the tension from the inside of the head, pinching with my left hand, and then pulling that anchor knot tight. We're gonna do the same thing, skipping another hole. So outside in, up through the mesh, forming that loop, feed that string down through the loop, pull out the tension from the inside, pinch with your left hand, pull it tight. Now you have your second anchor knot. Now we're going to do one more anchor knot, skipping 2 holes, 2 whole holes. Feed it outside in through the sidewall, up through the mesh, form that loop, down through the loop, pull out all the tension, pinch with your left hand, pull that knot tight. Now we're going to start transitioning into some ones, and it's basically just going to be ones from here on out as I check the pattern on the other side. Going to go down through the next mesh hole, so this is the 5th, and tie a knot on the very next sidewall hole. Down through the loop, pull the tension out, pinch with the left, pull that knot tight. We don't go back up through any mesh here. So again, down through that mesh hole. I'm kind of pushing that mesh out of the way just to help myself out and give you guys a little bit better visual here. Tying a knot on the very next sidewall hole again by forming that loop again, down through the loop. Pull out all the tension, pinch with the left, pull with the right. We are cruising. You can see this pocket starting to form a little bit. Gonna go down through the next mesh diamond. And again, an anchor knot on the very next hole. So we're really stacking up the mesh here. It's a bunch of ones, but it is pretty condensed. Pulling that tension out, pinch with the left, pull with the right to form that knot. So we've got those 3 1s in a row. Now we're gonna start, I believe, adding some 1 skips. So I'm going down through the next mesh hole, skipping 1 sidewall hole, forming that loop, feed the string down through the loop, pull out that tension, 1 more 1 skip. So skipping a hole, outside in, form that loop, down through the loop, pull the tension out, pinch with your left, pull with the right, and then for this last one, I'm just going down through the last mesh diamond and inside out, not outside in. And I'm gonna loop around one more time just to get that extra tension out. Pull in as hard as I can here to get that tension out, and now we're gonna do that double overhand knot that you've seen before. So it's 1 overhand knot, just the most basic knot you can tie. I'm gonna push that as close as I can to the sidewall, and see there's a little bit of a gap left, so I'm gonna do another overhand knot with the string running through that gap. So when I pull it all tight, I've filled up that gap with the second overhand, and I've finished my sidewall. For the throat string on this one, as you see me fumbling about, basically it's just a 9 diamond throat. My standard 9 diamond throat string, I'll include the tutorial to that. That's all it is. So super simple, good to go. And that's about it. Again, there is potential to go slightly more aggressive in this, maybe including a 2 and adding an extra row of diamonds at the bottom and moving that throat down to the 10 diamond for some like extra baggy deep hole pocket. You can mess with the shooters a little bit, but overall I think this pocket should be something super consistent, really easy to string. As you can see, this was probably the shortest tutorial video we've had so far. And yeah, let me know if you guys string this up, how you guys like it. Always appreciate the feedback. Add any questions in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Thanks so much. Catch you all next time.